I'm James Parkin, and welcome to Living Life DMD style. And in this video, I want to talk about my diet and how it sort of evolved and changed through the years from when I was younger to when I'm my age now. I felt it was an important video to do because of how important it has been to keep my diet right through these years. Now, when I was younger, before I was 18, it was important to stick to a really strict diet because if I got too big, it would affect my heart muscles more. But if I was too little, it would cause strain on my body's ability to fight infections. So keeping the right weight is very important. And when I was younger, it was very important for me to have a low carbohydrate diet, high protein, and high fibre. And it was kept really strict for years because it was important for me not to gain too much weight. When I got a bit older, when I was about 18, 19, I noticed my appetite started to get worse to the point I was only having 2 meals a day and was losing weight a little bit. So that meant it was a change of emphasis with regards to diet because it became more important that I got calories into my body. So the healthy eating emphasis completely changed and I could have really what I wanted because it meant that I was still consuming food within reason. And that was something I found really difficult to comprehend because for years I was told very strict diet, but you couldn't and couldn't eat. And then it got to the point where I was able to eat the stuff I probably wouldn't have been able to eat when I was younger. So that was quite a big change, but obviously if you consult dietitians, they will know more because every individual is different. Now I want to talk about breakfast because for me, breakfast is my most favourite meal of the day. It's the time of the day where my appetite's the best, so I tend to eat more at breakfast or feel better after eating breakfast, so I think it's really important. Now for me, breakfast time is, I find important that I get a good breakfast, whether it's something cooked or something that can set you up for the day. Now my favourite thing for breakfast is a bacon sandwich with HP sauce. In Britain, HP is a brand that's like a fruity sauce, and we call it brown sauce. And it's brilliant, and the bacon sandwich is really nice, and I really enjoy that. And also I like things like poached eggs. That's the go-to breakfast if you want a healthy breakfast that's going to fill you up. Eggs on toast is brilliant, especially poached eggs. I really enjoy having that. Other things I like is crumpets, which is a really tasty with butter on, and I like having them. And croissants, freshly baked croissants in the oven, and then put a bit of butter on so they're really buttery and nice. But sometimes I get a bit flaky, so I tend to be careful. And then once in a while I like a big treat, and that's have a full English breakfast. Now having that is really tasty, but I tend to, if I do have full English breakfast, I tend to not want anything later on the day because it fills me up that much. But certainly those are my favourite foods for breakfast. Now for the evening meal, it's slightly different because I'm more tired in the evening, so it's more difficult to eat. For me, chewing's a bit of a problem, and I find chewing a bit difficult for some foods. So foods like steak and stringy food like lettuce is very difficult to eat, so I tend to avoid eating things like that, and I haven't eaten steak for about 7 years, so I don't really miss it 'cause I found it difficult. And meat that is roasted, I tend to like really tender, which makes it easy to eat. And the foods I like to eat is, I love pasta dishes, like pasta bolognese, I find really tasty. And salmon, especially when it's done like in teriyaki sauce with noodles, that is very nice. I like buttery chicken curry, I find that really tasty. I love Mexican food, like fajitas, enchiladas, and quesadillas, I find them really tasty. Now one thing I need to mention about those foods is, until a couple of years ago, I used to get lots of secretions after eating it, but I went to the doctor and I was prescribed a thing called carbamazepine, and that's a liquid that I have 3 times a day. And ever since I started taking that, that doesn't happen anymore. So I can really enjoy them foods that I like eating. So I'd recommend you try on that medication if that happens to you. Well, these in front of me are calorie shakes, and these are prescribed to me. So if I don't feel that hungry but I need the calories, these are handy to have. And there's 400 calories in each bottle, and have all the vitamins and minerals you need for your daily recommended limits. They come in a variety of flavours, from vanilla, fruits of the forest, cappuccino, and several other different flavours. And they've been really good, and they've been really important to me over the past year and a half that I've been having them. And once you're running low on them, you just ring up and they bring me some more. So it's really been good, and I fully recommend having them as a just in case. A couple of years ago, I had a gastrostomy fitted, which is a peg, which is a little point where you attach a tube and you can put fluids into my stomach and nutrients into my stomach without needing to swallow. And that was a really big turning point for my appetite, because once the peg got fitted, the pressure of eating was reduced massively, because I had something there just in case I was feeling ill or something and couldn't eat. There was a way of getting nutrients into me. So the pressure lifted, and the last couple of years my appetite has completely improved a lot, and it's the best it's been in about 9 or 10 years. I will do a video in the future about the gastrostomy, and you'll be able to see more once I do that video. One thing I did use for a number of years to help me eating is a knee to arm support, and I used that right until last year when I found eating tough using that. But that meant I didn't have to be fed for years, and I could use that, and it was really helpful for a number of years. So if you, I would really recommend when you're younger to give a knee to arm support as a try, so you can maintain independence while eating. But over the past year or two, being fed actually has increased my appetite. But I'd really consider giving it a try if you've got the arm strength. So this video is just a basic insight into my diet and what I do. But obviously each person's their own size and their own weight and their own individuals, so what I do may not apply to everyone. So I'd consult a dietitian first, because they're more of an expert than me, but this is just a guide generally, and it's kept me really healthy over the last 29 years. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you for, if you've liked and subscribed to my channel, and if you haven't done that, I'd recommend doing that and hitting the notification bell, because there's going to be quite a few more videos before Christmas. So thank you everyone, and on that note, I'll see you on the next one.